Hello, welcome to Setons, the holiest place in all of Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. It's a classic game from 2009, got it from Andy Rue. He's here in the back with Aeon. Gonna play some air. Guess he said this was inspiration for him to start playing middle, and in the middle we got Ij. He's going first land with the UEF. I'll go really fast through the first part, and we'll just focus on the middle fight. You see Ij, 2 Pigeons, 1 Mask Extractor running to the middle. Got some plans for himself. He's taking on Escator. Playing a Seraphim, also running up. We got some allies. You can see very aggressive ACU here from the Cybern player, Goethe. Looks like he just built a factory and ran up, just like you would play in the middle. That really happens very rarely. Interesting design here, radar pigeons and a whole bunch of walls. A whole walled radar here from Ij. Ij runs in, gets quite a bit of that first mass. Escator is going to get quite a bit as well. You can see, I'll slow this down, Escator losing quite a bit more health than Ij, which means that Escator is getting a lot more mass. Ij is spending more time shooting. You also see artillery, a lot more units really for Ij. He gets an early advantage, and if ACU is standing still, reclaiming, very vulnerable against these arties. It's good work there from Ij. You can see a lot less health, but now to even this out, Goethe shows up with a Cybern ACU. Comes with a 2v1. Ij still with quite a big advantage in terms of health, but a full health ACU now overcharging. Ij has to be very careful. Still fighting. You can see the dancing from Ij. Not getting hit by the artillery, and Cybern ACU was a little more powerful, but only 10,000 health to begin with, already down to 5,000. So both ACUs in quite a bit of trouble here. Escator and Goethe with Ij with 6 kills now. And it's really the CEF artillery doing a lot of damage. Now you see Escator running into the water. Looks like Goethe is going to follow. So really can call this a draw, and a whole bunch of Tech 1 bombers now from Special Ed. He's going to be making those most of this game, making this mid fight a little more interesting. And here we see an example of dancing from Ij. You can see he's dodging all that artillery from Seraphim. Really not losing any health, but getting quite a few kills now, 15, 16. And these Tech 1 bombers from Special Ed, not just bombing, but also providing quite a bit of reconnaissance. And Ij, after he waited for these 2 ACUs, you can see 2 beat up ACUs getting upgrades. He has sent his units into the middle, but it looks like still a big advantage in terms of numbers for the top side. And a lot of wrecks in the middle. Ij just setting, thinking what to do. He can either do an upgrade. Yeah, it looks like he's got some engineers. He's going to pick up all this mass, go into the water. Pretty even numbers. You can see this construction, see how well it works to protect this radar. Radar, very vulnerable unit. It should start getting an upgrade. You can see these 2 ACUs nearly done for Escator here at minute 8, and Goethe about halfway done. However, seeing the 3rd ACU coming in, Mercy Fire also sending in quite a few Tech 1 tanks. So 3 colors versus 1 here, and most likely Ij should just retreat. Now we see Escator rolling through. He's got the bugged restoration upgrade, which restores the ACU, and that's really only allowed for Aflac, and only if he goes down to double-digit health and survives. So this is an illegal move here by Escator. Ij nearly done with his upgrade. Escator sitting in the middle, regenerating very quickly. He's going to pick up quite a bit of this mass. You can see the army mostly, well, it's actually maybe about 3-to-1 tanks and artillery for Ij. Getting in first place. You can see he's got Tech 2, actually going Tech 3, very early Tech 3. A whole bunch of Tech 1 factories, no air. Quite a bit of power. Actually got some Cybern units as well. Now we see Ij coming out of the water. We got gun versus restoration. Ij with 27 kills can outrange any of these ACUs, and after realizing that he's going to be taking on regeneration, he sends his units in to protect. Here comes a Goethe. It looks like he got Tech 2 engineering. You can see big numbers advantage here. Mercy Fire, still no kills. Ij in pretty big retreat here. We do have those Tech 1 bombers coming in, also Tech 2 flak here from Escator, quite a few Yoshuas as well. Things are looking pretty bad for Ij. He might just lose his radar, actually upgrading this radar. And you can see Ij hitting the feet of this ACU. Means that it doesn't even get hurt. It's a really bugged ACU there back in 3599. Edge may have to go into the water here with 55 kills. These Tech 1 bombers continue to attack this ACU, which is quite useless. But now we see restorers from Andy Rue here from middle 11, which will make this game a lot more even. Edge with 70 kills. You can see Gutter getting attacked by the restorer. Mercifire moving in, getting some shots in on Ish. Still no kills for him. Escator 31, Gutter with 23, Ish with 83, and may have to go into the water. The middle is for the most part taken by the top side. You get a little more tech to flag, which they do. And now Mercifier getting hit by the restorers, walking in. She just needs to go into the water, but he's not going to do that. Ish is going to attempt to get an upgrade, but of course the Tech 2 engineering get a Tech 1 torpedo launcher very quickly here by the Sovereign Commander, and Ish most likely will have to cancel and leave, and Mercifier here is going to be destroyed. You can see the explosion took out quite a few units from the top side. Doesn't look like he got any kills, he just came here and exploded. Really just needs to run into the water if you see restorers above your ACU. You see restorers versus ASF. Restorers winning. Ish forced out of the water, he's going to kill this torpedo launcher. Escator getting another upgrade. And now 85 kills for Ish, and perhaps Gutter should stay in the water. This is not the type of fight he wants to take. He should just help out his ally. Now we see Tech 2 coming in now from Escator, also with some Tech 2 flag. You see these restorers nearly dying. Ish now with 89 kills. Has some Tech 1 of his own, still no Tech 3. Now actually making some artillery with his Tech 3 land factory. And Get is sitting here, should really help out Escator, or get the stealth upgrade for Cybern. Very cheap, very quick. See the restorers getting hit by SF, but winning that battle. Ish with 97 kills. Had a lot of wrecks, so whoever wins this middle part is going to get a lot of mass. 100 kills now for Ish. Nearly full health, total of 18,000 health. That's what you get for 5-star UEF ACU without any engineering upgrades. Now 107 kills. Gutter trying to get a Tech 2 point defense. Getting hit by some restorers. Actually, perhaps, oh, this is a Tech 3 torpedo launcher trying to hit Escator. But you can see finally the ASF, once you get numbers with those. See all those torpedoes are going to move in, but Escator is going to get out of the water just in time. Going to get a Tech 2 flag stationary. And Ish once again forced into the water with 118 kills. That's a little too much, plus this Tech 2 point defense. Good is going to try to get a torpedo launcher going. That's a Tech 2. It's going to take a little longer to build. And we are seeing Tech 3 artillery now from Ish. You can see these shells are quite effective. Ish is just going to run away. And this is a nice frigate here from Chaos, preventing that Tech 2 torpedo launcher from being built. Yet another Tech 3 torpedo bomber from Andy Rue gets killed right away, and Gutter gets out of the water just in time. Here Ish in relative safety getting another upgrade with 118 kills. Escator making more Tech 2 stationary flak. This is a really great unit here from Ish. You can see it lobbing shells. Really high arch. See how much damage that does. See all those manti. It's very nice. Gutter gets out of the water. Escator Tech 2 engineering plus regeneration. Not really afraid, and actually going to run into a Percy. Percy just shot him. See, 1 kill, 1 shot for Percy. Actually it takes 2 shots to kill a Yoshua if you're playing with a Percy. And here this Tech 3 artillery in a bit of trouble. Runs into an ACU. It's a bit of a waste. Now restorers and Percys against Escator. But this ACU very powerful. Not really afraid, and we're now seeing air domination. You see ASF actually from this rock player as well, and ASF from Gutter. Gutter in a bit of trouble here with 33 kills. He needs to kill those restorers as quickly as possible, and he's able to do that. Nice chunks of mass here for the top side from those dead restorers. And we can see this Percy spam from Ish. plus a 7 kill artillery. Edge now with Tech 2 engineering in the water is going to get a whole bunch of Tech 2 PDs. You can see I was building these straight from the water. That's a nice way to do it. And Gerda now getting some shields plus some hives. Got some build capacity up here. Escator rebuilding some more Tech 2 flag. Got some Yoshivas, some Manta. Actually quite a few Manta here from Gerda. It's actually pretty good against Percy's. And just run past them. And all these Tech 2 point defense should be able to put down the shields from Gerda. Actually, he's very vulnerable here with these Percivals. He really, if you have more than 3 or 4 Percys, you can take on an ACU. He will be able to overcharge at least some of them. See some units now transported in by Escator. And here come the Percys. You can see they took down that shield very quickly. And Gerda's got to run. If he gets hit by a whole bunch of these Percys, yeah, and looks like Gerda will die here. Excellent work by the Percys here from Edge. Good use of Tech 3 ground. Some resties coming in from green as well from the top side. See, Edge just completed a whole bunch of his point defenses. Tech 2 engineer now 118 kills. And now we got Restorers versus Percys. 5 Percys. Escator just gets into the water. He probably wishes he had the gun because these can really outrange him. No, Escator, yeah, he doesn't want to poke his head out of the water against this group of units. But still total air domination from the top side. Percy's very vulnerable and nice to pull him back. Make some Tech 2 flag, which is not happening by Ish. He's just purely Percy's. I can see it will be pretty tragic. Some of these will begin dying. And some nice Tech 3 ground. Here are some Authams. Actually 5 Authams. These Percys leaving nice chunks of mass. 93,000 health each. A bit of a waste by Edge there. Now Edge getting yet another upgrade. Most likely Tech 3 engineering. Or perhaps the missile. Percy's running in. Hitting the ACU. There goes the overcharge and a bit outgunned there. Nice chunks of mass for the top side. You should see a lot of engineers come in here, pick that up. Here comes Tech 1 Navy now from Chaos. He's going to attempt to do something. So this 3v1 fight has now become a 1v1. Although the top side does have air control. In terms of Navy, it looks like definitely absolutely no Navy here from Special Ed. Special Ed's making Tech 3 loyalists. Whole bunch of hives, Tech 3 engineer, Tech 3 land factory, and a Tech 3 power generator. It'd be nice to put a bomb right there. Be a beautiful sight. A whole bunch of restorers now coming in from Andiru. That pulls them back. You really want to win air first before you do that. But it looks like Andiru is 100% resties. You can see this game's played very differently than games are played today. That's really what happened with oh yeah, here's a restore and a restore fight. A little more for Andiru. Now the ASF should come in and really help out. This, like 5 or 10 Tech 2 flags for Edge would really make this fight a little more even. The Supcom Commander Forge Alliance has really been played differently every year. It's really gone through an evolution, and you can see this is an old game. Edge nearly done with his 3rd upgrade. Escator getting some shields. Looks like he's got Tech 3 engineering. And at this point, it's basically become a restore versus restore game with a whole bunch of Tech 3 in the middle. Perhaps we'll see a chicken soon. Although chickens are probably very vulnerable here against all this air. Some Tech 2 bombers now from Special Ed. Looks like this island is just abandoned here by both sides. Escator playing very defensive, a whole bunch of Seraphim shields. Expecting a big assault, which he will get. We see Tech 2 flag plus Percy's. Would be also nice to see a whole bunch of shields from this UEF player. And a whole bunch of loyalists. It would be nice to see these as bricks instead. Also, well, artillery perhaps not very good here against those types of shields. It looks like Ish, after getting a Tech 3 engineering, is going to get a quantum gateway. He also has some Tech 3 anti-air. Those are going to be nice. He's going to go with support commanders. At this point, I've not really seen what happens in this game, so I'll be curious to see. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for the action to actually happen. Let's look at this in the normal view. See, hives are a lot more popular back in the day until people learned to pack their engineers. See 2 different techs here for Andy Roo. Really quite a slow SF spam here at 25 minutes. Has something like 20. You can see quite a few engineers, but not something that we're used to seeing. Actually a nuke here from Total. Also an anti-nuke. That could be very dangerous. That nuke will be very dangerous in this game. Especially for the middle here, it would be a tragedy to lose this. We can see support commanders being built. Quite a build capacity there. I'll be curious to see what these loyalists can do. This is a nice group. Together with these could probably, actually this is so much Tech 3. Although a lot of Tech 3 here, so we're going to see a big fight coming up. A Tech 3 on Tech 3, that's going to be nice to see. The Special Ed has left. And it appears that this game's over. Well, too bad we don't get to see what happens to the nuke. But hopefully people enjoyed that mid fight.